Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time you're listening to the podcast.
Hello,
we're back.
Welcome back
to the Unfiltered Bride podcast. We are here. We don't know what episode it is. We're just carrying on. YOLO.
Living our best life.
Yeah.
Anyway, today's episode's all about
Drink.
the drinks. Let's drink
Drink.
together.
Alcohol, cocktails, spirits, shots, beers, toast drinks, every drink.
Corkage, you name it, free bar. We're going to talk about it. So, without further ado,
Straight in.
let's get into it.
Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome,
The Unfiltered Bride podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
Before we start this episode, we need to already disclose the fact that Beth now is poorly. So if you can hear her breathe the whole way through this episode, that's not my fault.
I feel like a rhinoceros.
You look like a rhinoceros. And Brian's already mad at us because we've had to restart the episode.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
We're moving on. Brian's told us to pretend it's live TV. So there we are. We're here.
On action.
Yeah.
Anyway, drink.
Drink. I feel like this is a specialist subject for me.
Yep.
So for context, Brian was a cocktail bartender. First 10 years of our relationship, I spent many days testing cocktails, seeing service stuff, blah, 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 blah. So I do feel like I know what's got to be known about drink.
What's your favourite drink?
It's got to depend on the day. It depends on the heat. Depends on the location.
Right here, right now, what's your favourite drink?
Hugo.
What's a Hugo? Oh, I love a Hugo.
It's got to be nice and sunny.
I thought that was Hannah's drink, your friend.
She's a French martini.
Oh.
I'm also a porn star martini.
Okay, let's just explain what Hugo is quickly before we get
Hugo's
into
the one
it.
that's like elderflower, prosecco, mint, fresh to death.
This is really good for a summer wedding, a Hugo.
Arrival drinks is perfect because
Hugo.
you can put them with vodka or gin or something like that, or you can just do them prosecco, and then they're quite light.
And then most
reception
people
drink.
like it because it's a lot sweeter than
Yeah.
Prosecco. It's not as dry as Prosecco.
Yeah.
Oh, grab
Banging-
yourself a Hugo.
Yeah. If you're getting married in summer, speak to your venue because a lot of venues were like, you can have a prosecco arrival drink. Yeah, but why can't we just add it's literally got elderflower and soda, Brian? Is it soda? Elderflower, soda, and mint. If they can make a prosecco, they can make a Hugo for you. And how much cooler is it to walk in and get a Hugo rather than a prosecco?
Anyway, before we actually get into the drink topic that we've just skipped past all our other topics, let's talk venues, corkage, what drinks are normal, when do you have drinks?
Okay. All right. Okay. So, go back slightly. First things first is you need to figure out how important drink is to you as a couple.
And how do you figure that out?
Well, you need to look at your guest list. Like, have a look at the list of people. If you've got loads of kids, loads of old people, and people that don't really drink, that's fine.
Hey, old people can drink. Do not discriminate.
Old people.
Hey.
Like, not a sherry.
I know someone will be swung around with a Bacardi and Coke kind of gal.
Who's that?
Jax Nan. Legend.
Yeah, but how many is she going to
Shout
drink?
out. She'll drink.
Okay, well, you've got to look at your guest
Can I
list.
just say this because she'll really enjoy it?
Go on. Does she listen?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm so sorry if we swear.
But I'm going to make her listen to this one. So they are great hosts in their family.
Good.
And what they do is your first drink has to be the strongest drink. I remember the first time I went round, I had this drink and I was like, oh.
You don't really drink that much alcohol either.
And then I was like, every time I'm drowning in gin. But that's a good way to host.
That is a good way to host. I agree.
Anyway, moving on, digressed.
So look at the guest list. But that's the thing. You'd look at it and see his nan and think she drinks a lot. We looked at
I
our
need to
guest
get
list.
Bacardi.
You
A
need
whole bottle of Bacardi for her.
And that's the thing. If it's super important to you, you need to know that before you go and look at venues. Because if it is really important, you need to dry hire venue where there's no corkage. You go in, you take all your own drinks, you do whatever you want. That's what you need to do if drink is the be all and end all. If it's not as much, then you can pick other venues or you can look at other options with other venues. Some venues will offer a free bar. Some venues will let you bring all your own drinks of the day. Yada, yada, yada. So,
Yada, yada, yada.
yada, yada. I'm going to tell you the norm. So, typically for a wedding, and this is also what I think guests would expect to be free.
Yep.
This is where we're just going in at expectations. So, you have your ceremony. Then you have your reception drinks.
Can I just talk before you get in there? I know
Go
you
on.
really hate me doing this. Everyone gets confused with arrival drink.
I know. So arrival drinks are after the ceremony.
After, so not when
So-
guests arrive.
Well, no, because it used to be that you would have a church ceremony and you
Yeah.
would arrive. So those are the arrival. So arrival drinks, reception drinks hour, that's all the drinks after the ceremony. So whatever people call it, that's what it's get called. That's that bit. So post ceremony, pre dinner. Okay. So people expect those to be free, I think, pretty obviously. And I personally think the more you can provide there, the better. Start them off strong.
So I'm just gonna. I feel like you're a bit complicated on that. So arrival drink after ceremony, wedding breakfast drinks, toast drink.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Oh,
Chill out, bruh. That reception is the bit after ceremony before dinner. So that bit is where you want to do lots of free drinks and people are expecting free drinks.
drinks reception after ceremony / arrival drinks. Is that what people call it?
All the same thing, yeah.
All the same
All
thing.
the same
Everyone.
thing. That normally Prosecco, that bit.
Prosecco, beer,
Yeah.
soft drink.
Yeah. Then you go in and sit down for your wedding breakfast. There should be wines on the table. Red, white,
Water.
possibly rosé, maybe.
A few beers, maybe.
If you're allowed, yep. Then toast drinks should also be free. They're the ones that you get just before speeches. So sometimes you'll walk in and your toast drinks will be poured ready on the table because you're having speeches first.
Yeah.
All there ready. Then that's typically when the free drinks stop. That is what the expectation is for guests that are arriving at a wedding. That's the norm. So as a guest, how do you feel about that?
Fine.
Pretty happy.
Yeah.
And then you buy your own drinks in the evening.
Yep.
The only thing I would check when it comes to like the evening is when you're looking at a venue is how much are those evening prices, because your wedding is going to die a death if you then go to the bar and it's like £9 for Prosecco.
Incredible.
Ridiculous. And you will
Bring
lose
a
the
hip flask.
No, you can't. Do not let you
Bring a hip flask to a
don't
wedding.
bring a hip flask to your wedding. You'll get in so much trouble.
What are they going to do? Shoot
They
me?
no, they all right, Louis Spence.
I'm like a whippet.
No, the couple get charged.
Bullshit.
I swear to God.
Never. I've worked at so many venues and I've like, mate, you can't do it out. You.
Do you own the venue?
Someone had like a bar in their boot
Yeah,
once.
I'm not saying I've never done it, but I'm saying you cannot.
If you've
do
got
it.
a hotel room, I think that you can get away
No,
with it.
Beth, we'll get banned on here.
I think that's bullshit. I've worked at 4 wedding venues and I've seen people
Did
drink.
you own any other wedding venues?
No.
No. So did you care if they were getting their own drinks?
No.
No. Would you care at etiquette if somebody started stealing your candles?
Yeah.
Well then.
Yeah, but owners don't work the evening, so grow up.
Right.
If you want to be
Do
risky,
not bring drinks. You cannot bring. Do not do that. Don't be that guest.
You've never brought drink to a wedding?
That's not what I said.
Hypocrite.
No, I'm saying you
Hypocrite.
can't. Don't bring drink.
I say bring a hip flask
No,
at least.
don't bring a hip flask. Can't do that. You'll get in trouble. Some venues are proper strict as well.
Like what? Which ones?
I don't know. Some that we work at are pretty strict. You would get in a lot of trouble to go if they catch you outside bringing in your own drinks. And bar companies, let me go back a little bit, because if you're a bar company that have been brought in to do the evening part of that wedding and people are bringing their own drinks, you're not making any money, and the bar don't charge the couple. The bar only make their money from the bar.
No, but they should have a minimum spend. That's on them.
Not all bars do.
Yeah, but you should, as a bar company.
Yeah, but what about some of the people that don't drink as much and they're just covering their thing?
If you are a bar company and you own a bar company and you're coming out on a Saturday night to a wedding venue, I would say there's a minimum spend of X.
Yeah, but then people
and if you don't meet, well, that's on them.
Yeah, but they normally say it's a minimum number. Minimum 100 guests in the evening, because then you know you're making X amount.
I think that's a poor business decision, but hey ho.
Well, I don't own the bar. It's not me. So I'm not promoting people bringing drink, because
I am.
No, all I'm saying is the drink should just be a fair price. That's how I think. So if you're booking a venue, you need to look at the pricing on that bar, because you don't want to be going to spenny drinks.
Like 9 times out of 10, most people buy the drinks. If they're reasonable prices, then people
will get hammered.
People will get hammered on them.
Definitely.
But some are just ridiculous and it's just
not fun.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. And then that's when people start, like, the amount of weddings that I do where we clear that, so this is another rule that people need to know about as well. At the end of the wedding breakfast, the free drinks need to go away. Otherwise, it's not fair on the venue or the bar or whoever it is to then keep the free drinks out. So at that point, free drinks go away. That's when everyone starts grabbing the wine bottles and filling up their drinks and doing all that. Like, they have to go. It's not the venue being assholes. It has to go away.
I absolutely bloody disagree.
Oh, of course you do.
If as a couple you have paid £120 per person, and that includes arrival drink, half a bottle of wine per person, speeches, and there's wine left, you have paid for that.
Yeah,
so
but it doesn't
keep
work like
it.
that. It
Why?
doesn't work like that.
You've paid for it.
I'm literally not disagreeing with you. I 100% agree, and I will try and keep out the open bottles of wine and stuff
Some
like that.
venues will be like, we'll put it on the bar for you.
Some venues don't.
Well, don't book that venue then.
But then that's the sort of stuff you need to find out.
I think that's so unreasonable. You've paid for it.
Yeah.
You're paying a goddamn a lot. Shut up.
All the time. I had a massive argument at that venue before because a family member came in and was like, why the fuck have you taken all the wine? And I had to stick up for the poor bar girl because it is in the terms and conditions. It does say at the end of the wedding breakfast, the free drink goes away, which I get from both sides of it.
It's not free drink. The couple have paid for it.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit
agree.
irate, but I'm having your back, guys.
Do you know what? I genuinely totally agree. And 80% of the time, the bar / venue won't mind the drinks that are already out staying out, but you can't then have the free beers
It's
out.
not free. They've paid for it.
But that's like saying, okay, well, no. Okay, I'm going to throw it back to you here. What if you provide 4 bottles of wine per person? You can't just keep that out all night. It doesn't work like that.
If you've paid for it, you can.
No, what do you mean paid for it? They didn't pay the venue for it. What if they don't charge corkage in the day?
The package is included.
No. Most venues, you bring your own drink in the daytime.
That's a lie.
There's the one I'm talking about has their own catering, a different catering company, so they don't provide the drink. I reckon 70% of venues you bring your own drinks for the reception drinks, wine on the table, and toast drinks.
I'm going to tell you now, all 4 venues I worked at,
We had some shit venues.
I actually looked at really nice venues. Thank you very much. One, I was a catering company at. We did all the wine and we did all the food and we did the bar in the evening.
What? So you never offered for people to bring their own drinks?
Nope. Never.
That's weird.
Oh no, we did, but it was ridiculous corkage, so no one did it.
Yeah,
it was like £22 a bottle of wine.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
and then, so at the other ones I worked at, all in-house catering. You book the wine and the package through them.
Yeah, they're the package ones, but and maybe those get to stay out. But the ones where you bring your own drink, they have got to go away at the end of the meal.
Oh, I feel like we're talking about different things.
Well, no, but if
we're on different wavelengths.
Are you on about if you pay for half a bottle of wine per person?
That's what I said. If I've paid £120 per person.
Yeah, but
and
you
most
still put the
venues
drinks
work
away.
like that.
Yeah, but they still have to go away at a certain point.
Not if you've paid for the half a bottle of wine. Right, I'm telling you now, there's 20 bottles of wine here, right? And I've paid for all of them for my wedding breakfast. And you're telling me once someone's
a lot of places will say to you, you take them home with you.
Put their knife and fork together. Oh, free wine gone. That's bullshit. And if you're a venue that do that, shame on you.
That happens.
Shame on you.
That happens a lot. And also, the one that I was saying where you bring your own drinks at the end of the wedding breakfast ends.
If you're paying corkage on drink and you've got X amount of bottles and they've served that, then the corkage bottles goes away.
Yeah. Well, either way, both happen. Again,
anyway.
If you care a lot about drink, find these things out first. Don't do a Beth and get in way too deep and then start kicking off on the day that the free wine's gone away.
No, it's not. Can you stop saying free wine?
It's free for the guests.
The bride and groom have paid for it.
Yeah, but that's the same as like, why have they taken my plate away?
Because my food is empty and I've eaten it.
What about when a guest doesn't come to the wedding? Your caterers don't bring out that food.
Well, you can ask them to if you've paid for it.
They don't, do they?
I've been to plenty of weddings. They still bring out the food because my boyfriend likes a lot of food. So we have 2 meals. If you've paid for it, I think that's fair square. And that is what annoys me because customer service, what would you want at your wedding? Do what your clients want.
Yeah, but
don't be dicks.
Always happen like that. Well, you know this as well as I know this.
And that's why I'm good at what I do.
What?
I'm good at what I do. Put the customer first.
Let them all take candles home then.
If they paid for them, they've paid for them. They paid for the tapered candles, yeah.
Okay, if they've paid for the tapered candles and some haven't been used, do you clear them when you clear?
If they wanted to take them, they could take them.
But do you take some?
No, because they're always used.
What about the pillar candles? How much are they paying for a chunk of a pillar candle?
Not a full price of a pillar candle.
Yeah, okay.
Everything we do is on a higher basis, and that's in our contract.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's awful.
Sorry, that is like me doing name places and then taking them home. That's ridiculous behaviour.
I know, I get it. No. I get it. And I try and keep out wine.
Don't come for me. Anyway, we need to move on.
I know, Jesus. Right, let's talk about corkage.
Everyone's going to have my back in that.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm literally agreeing. But you need to find out from your venue. Speak to your venue to say what happens at this point when the bar opens. And they'll either say to you, at that point, the free drink goes away or blah, 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 blah. Anyway, moving on because you're doing
She's not allowed to call it free drink anymore.
It's free to the people.
Not the bride and groom. And the brides are listening. And grooms.
Yeah, but it's free to your guests. As in free drink as in... Okay, right. Corkage. Would you like me to explain corkage?
Yep.
Why are you so mad? I won't let you get married at a venue that takes the drink away. Don't worry.
You ain't coming.
You'll be there to look after Isla.
No, because you'll take the fucking drink away.
I leave the drink out!
Guys, you need to not book Georgie for your
Fuck
wedding.
off! I literally leave. I'm the one that tries to hide it and be like, here, go take that.
Georgie will put it underneath her skirt.
Yeah, it's me. I take it all away because I'm such a drink.
You wouldn't believe how much you can fit under that skirt.
Right, corkage. Be serious now. Do you know what corkage is?
Yes.
Explain corkage.
Corkage is when
it's like the offside
you can pay the venue to bring in your own drink.
Pay?
You have to pay.
Oh my God, guess who sponsored today's episode? Coolio.
Is that the audio guest book you had at your wedding?
Yes.
Tell me everything.
So Coolio provide a vintage style telephone which guests then record messages at the wedding instead of, or as well as, like a guest book. So you can set up the phone anywhere, and when guests pick up the phone, your pre-recorded message then plays and asks them to leave you a message.
Yeah, it was so much fun to get to chat on there and hear yours and Brian's little message.
And it's so lovely to hear our guests talk about their memories of the day and the emotions, and we get to keep it forever.
So I'm going to go a little bit off script here, and I want to know, have you had any of the messages back yet?
No.
So I've got a little surprise for you. She's going to cry.
Oh, shit.
And I have got a message from your guest book that Coolio have kindly sent me for you to listen to.
God, okay.
I asked them to send me the funniest one or the one that they thought was the best.
Go on.
And lo and behold, it was me. So I'm going to play it for you now. So this is first here on
Genuinely
me
first here.
and Isla.
Oh no.
Hi, it's Beth. Hi, it's Isla. Your two favourite girls. We're just testing the phone, giving you a little something before the party kicks in. What's your favourite memory of Mum and Dad? Today? Today was the best memory. We got any advice for them? Brian, always say yes and keep the house tidy. Is that good advice? And put Isla first before Georgie. Okay, love you. Bye.
I love it. I'm also getting mine on a vinyl record so that we can listen to them forever.
So cute. Imagine that in your house.
I know.
Ah. So Coolio have kindly offered all of you listeners a discount code for the audio guest book, which is Unfiltered 10.
I'm hugely biased on this, obviously, but I do think it's a great addition to any wedding day.
We actually agree on something. So guys, go check Coolio out now.
Or at the end of the episode.
So it's usually charged per bottle of wine, per beer, per person sometimes.
Yeah. So I used to really disagree with corkage. So I used to work for a catering company, and we used to say you can bring all your own drinks of the day, we'll serve it, we'll clear it at the end of the wedding breakfast. That's then when the service of that stops, and we charge no corkage.
Well, I think that's ridiculous. Again, business move. You're paying people to serve drinks.
Yeah,
from
but
a
it was
business
part
point
of
view.
the waiting staff, so that was a good thing to
Fair.
get. But you still paid for glassware, so you had to
okay.
then pay for the glasses. So some companies will charge you corkage, and actually it includes the chilling of your drink, the glassware, the serving and clearing of it,
Taking the cork out.
taking the cork out the
Popping
bottle.
the
So they're like, I don't mind corkage so much when it includes all of
Because
that.
there is so much to do. You have to sort out all of the wine and
Yeah.
prosecco. Because what, in all honesty, the clients will bring it to you in wholesale
Oh,
boxes.
Yeah. And you have
If
to
that-
split the prosecco
ice it,
to
cool it,
Yeah.
beer openers, containers, serve
Yeah.
it.
There's a lot. Like, I don't
allocate
hate
it.
corkage, but obviously it's the price of corkage can be ridiculous.
Yeah, but the whole
More
point
than a bottle of
is
wine.
because they want you not to do corkage.
Yeah, which then is annoying to me because I wanted as much say over the drink as possible.
But I also think I know a lot of people who are in the drinks business
Yes.
and they can get free drinks. For
Yes.
example, if you work at Majestic Wines or somewhere
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
you can get your drink
Yeah.
pretty much free.
Yeah,
within
yeah.
reason. So it makes sense to do the corkage.
And you can also, and this is a little tip for everyone, is you can quite often buy on sale or return.
Yeah.
So I would get all your wine. There is nothing worse than running out of drink at a wedding. Get more and take it back.
But don't open the boxes. Don't.
Oh, no.
Oh, you have to.
But your caterers / bar should be
should,
that
but they
clever.
don't.
They
If you
don't.
do, I've worked for a catering company and I watched someone open every single box and
Ugh.
chilled them, and I was like, guys,
There's the
this is on sale and return.
So maybe that's a tip. Just make it super clear that this is where you start from and you work your way through and say to them it's on sale or return. So please don't open everything. So some bars will also charge you corkage. So this is something to be aware of if you are having a dry hire venue, that they will, which again, rightfully, if they're providing glassware, staff, chilling, serving, all of that jazz. So just again, be aware of these things.
Can you just explain bar? What do you mean by bar?
Like if you're bringing in an external bar company, so if you're at a dry hire venue or a marquee, you need to bring in a bar company and they will do that. But some will charge you corkage for it. Again, just know your options. That's all I say.
just wait up, and if you want a specific wine that's important to you, then
Mhm.
XYZ.
Yeah, some people are going over to France and getting wines and stuff like that, and it's proper cheap. And then you bring it back and you pay the price of wine for corkage. So that's not fun. And you pay per beer bottle.
How much?
I don't know.
What's the
It's just-
average
I
beer
don't know.
bottle corkage?
Like
Can't be that much.
it's a couple of pound per bottle of beer.
Yeah.
So again, this to me, if I was getting married again now, would be super important to find a venue that charges no corkage during the daytime and then opens a bar in the evening. That's the typical
bar.
How do you feel about free drinks all day?
I love it.
An open bar, essentially.
I did an open bar. It was, to me, it's the easiest way to get a surefire good wedding.
But do you think people will get too drunk?
No, because I think it's important to like stagger the drinks. So like, for example, a reception drink, a cocktail like a Hugo, my favourite drink, shout out, is only got Prosecco in it, so it's not very strong. Whereas it feels like people are drinking lots of it. Beer's not very strong. I would then have the bar open during the wedding breakfast for things like gin and tonics and stuff like that. I wouldn't then do cocktails until end of wedding breakfast. So you can like drip feed people throughout the day so that you're not going in hard all day.
Yeah. I mean, we do open bars for our parties and stuff, and the biggest thing we do is single spirit mixer, beer, house wine, Prosecco, and that's the way you keep control of it a little bit more. No shots, no bottles on the tab.
Boring.
But it just gets out
but
of
yours
control.
is a party, that's different. Like a wedding is a chance to...
No, a wedding can get out of control very easily. I've seen it happen.
Depends on your guests.
If
You
your
have to look at
guests are going to use
list.
and abuse, mate.
Yeah, but the best weddings have got free bars.
Or, Georgie hates this idea, but I think drinks tokens.
Oh, mate, fuck your drinks tokens.
Give.
Why? Why are you doing drinks tokens?
Because
You're
you-
fucking kids.
Because then
Here,
you know
have a
how
little
much-
fucking token.
Some people
Get
don't
yourself a
have
drink.
an unlimited
Then
budget
don't
to
do
spend
it.
on a
Then
free
don't
bar.
do it. Then
And
don't
do
do
you know what?
tokens.
I'm
I
sorry.
will fight you for this.
I'm going to actually be fucking horrible
Go
about this,
on.
but I'm not going to name and shame any venues. But some venues that I've worked at,
Yeah.
at the end of the night, the bar manager will go on the till, add onto the bar tab because they want more money in their pocket.
But sorry, what bar tab?
So
The
most
tokens.
no,
So your fucking tokens thing isn't working. That's a really bad example because
No,
they do exactly that on the thing.
No. What I'm saying is by getting your guests get 4 tokens when they arrive.
Vile.
Whatever, that means you get 4 drinks from us or 5 for how many drinks you want to do. You know the maximum that you're going to spend on your drink is X. So you exchange it behind the bar for a single spirit mixer, beer, whatever you want to do. Then you've got a cap on it. But if you don't, when I've worked at venues and there's been an open bar, that's when the bar manager's gone, let's add 10 Jaeger bombs at the end.
Book a fucking better venue then. Right, I'm putting my tea down to talk about this now.
Sorry, the
Here are
venue's
my
not going to
thoughts.
tell any couple that. That's
No,
BS.
but you can tell what you want about. Like, anyway, right, I'm going to move on.
I'm sorry. If
No,
any
because actually,
venue-
if you've got the token, like if you've got the thing, they can still do exactly that.
No, they can't
Yeah,
because you
the
know how
bride and
many
groom, the
tokens
bride
you've
and
given
groom
out.
will say we can put that on our bar tab. It always happens. Hands up if you've worked behind a bar at a wedding.
Me?
Put your fucking hand down, you liar.
Yes, I have.
When?
Multiple.
Anyway, I need to talk about something. Right.
You don't understand my pre-etiquette career. All you know me is etiquette. I've worked in catering. I've worked in venues. I've worked behind the bar. Mate, I can pull a good pint. I can.
I bet you can't. I bet yours looks like a fucking ice cream. Anyway, I've got to talk about something important. Right. Here are my thoughts on tokens and putting money behind the bar. So, to me, putting money behind the bar, say $2,000. I'm going to put that behind
I'm sorry,
the bar.
that just goes like
Oh,
that. That's ridiculous.
Exactly. Oh, listen to me. Do not put an amount of money behind the bar because guests will come over to the bar, have free drinks. Some people will take the piss. Some people will do
Oh,
whatever.
can I get 5
No,
of them?
stop.
Can I get 5 of them? And then you're like, fucking hell, $2,000's gone.
So that, and then at a random point at 9:47 p.m, oh, they're not free anymore, and your guests are like, what the fuck? I didn't know that. Shit way of doing the wedding. I would rather people not put money behind the bar than do that. It's either a free bar or it's not a free bar. Don't put money behind the bar. Second thing, drinks tokens are jank. Don't do drinks tokens. What a childish ass way of getting a drink. Don't do that. Why you got to give tokens? Why are you trying to give some free drinks?
it's not some free drinks. But
It
if you're
is.
giving people 5 free drinks, then that, to me, once your tokens are up, your tokens are up.
No, because then you get people swapping free drinks and going, oh, well, I'm only going to have a
That's down
lemonade.
to
So here
them.
you go. Like, no, you don't want people talking about how to get more stuff from somebody by swapping. What are you even doing? Like little fucking poker chip things. No,
you can
don't
do
do
cute
it.
ones,
No,
and you
no.
then know how much you're maximum going to spend
Don't
behind the
put
bar.
money behind the bar. If you can't afford to do a free bar, which is okay, by the way, then don't
It's
bother
not
doing
about
it.
affording it, but it's just about where you want to put
No,
your budget.
Put more
And
money.
if you want to put 4k behind the bar for drinks, but you want to make sure it's
right,
it's
tell
equal,
me this. Tell me
then do
whether
it.
it would be cooler to have beer pong
No,
and those drinks are free, rather
No.
than a little bit of money behind the bar.
I don't
or a
drink beer, so
token.
it's pointless to
All
me.
right, beer and prosecco pong.
I don't drink prosecco. It's pointless to me.
You're a dickhead.
What if I just want a nice cocktail? I don't want
All
to
right.
down a fucking
What if the
prosecco
drinks tokens are
from a
for
shitty little red cup.
beer? Whoa, we had red and blue cups.
I like the white and black
No,
ones.
my point is, and genuinely, because budgets are different, if you can't afford to do a free bar,
It's not about
then don't
affording
do
it.
Yeah, but why do you want to get 5 free drinks? It's just a weird thing. Have your free drinks in the daytime,
All right,
and then it turns into a
Ask me
turns
this
into a
then.
bar.
Would you rather 5 drinks from the couple or pay for 5 drinks and
Pay
not
for
have
5
tokens?
drinks, and
You're
then it
fucking
suddenly
wrong.
turn out. First of all, I lose my fucking tokens.
That's
Second
on
of
you.
all, Brian will steal my fucking tokens. Third
That's
of
on
all,
Brian.
you've got to then go to the bar and start spending tokens. Like, just don't do it. If you're going to do it, do a free bar. And the cost of fucking buying tokens and paying for those
Mate.
drinks, you could have just done a free bar.
You're acting like tokens are £100 each, mate.
No, I meant like the drinks for the tokens. My
Anyway, we're
personal
going to move
opinion-
on with
no,
it
I'm not
because
ready
Georgie's
to move on.
opinion's
I'm
shit.
not ready to move on.
Let me know if you agree with me or
No,
disagree
we
with
don't
me.
agree. My point is actually genuinely trying to say, and I've said to couples before when they've said about putting money behind the bar, I've said it's confusing. Don't do a free bar. It's very normal
Exactly
to go
my
to a wedding.
point.
No,
Here's
tokens
5
is so
tokens.
shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 5 gin and tonics on the
No.
bride and groom.
No. No.
Okay,
no,
you
no,
do
no,
you.
no, no, no,
Half
no,
my
no.
clients do it and absolutely fucking love it, by the way.
No, as a drink connoisseur, I'm not a drink connoisseur. As someone who I think I know quite a lot about drink service.
Georgie, you
no,
have
stop,
just ruined
wait.
your whole entire point because I was
No.
like, would you rather 5 drinks
No, I
on a
don't want-
token
No, because it's
or
confusing.
pay for 5 drinks
I'd
on your
rather pay
own?
for 5 drinks.
No, you wouldn't because frugal spender wouldn't let you.
No, I would rather. Brian, can I ask your opinion on this? Do you think having a drinks token is a good idea? Yes or no? No. Brian said no.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
Well, your reason
Have
is
you-
invalid.
How often do you work behind bars at weddings, Brian? Regularly. Every weekend. By the way, I'm going to give Brian a little shout out. At Just a Bartender, he does exactly this, where it's you bring all your own drink and then you get proper bartenders to serve it.
Yeah, but
Then
what
you
I'm
just pay the
saying
staff
is at
costs.
venues, you don't get to do corkage all the time. There's ridiculous prices on the drinks and you
Then
want your
don't
guests
bother
to get a bit
doing it.
livo.
No, I think you can set. I would rather that $2,000 go towards a really good band that will get it fucking going. That's a better spend of money. Go and have.
Yeah, but you're the type of person, like I said before, you'd rather some fucking seeds as a favour than a
I
drink.
don't want seeds. Why do you keep talking about seeds? Mate, when you have fucking seeds at your wedding, I'm going to go mad. Anyway, that is genuinely my thoughts. If you can't do it all free, don't bother doing any of it free. It's just confusing. Beth, I don't want to talk to you. No, little pause. At your wedding, are you going to do drinks tokens? No. At your wedding, are you going to do drinks tokens?
No, because we can afford a free bar. But
You
if
don't know where
I
you're getting married yet?
but if I couldn't, then I would do drinks tokens because
Bullshit.
having a range of tasty tipples on offer at your wedding will make the night exceptionally more fun.
What are they made of?
But if we're
Paper?
being realistic, not many brides and groom can afford to have an open bar.
So don't have it.
Whilst open bars weddings may be brilliant for your guests, the cost of supplying all-you-can-drink alcohol for everyone in attendance is simply too high for most people.
So don't do it. I have no issue, absolutely no issue at all with paying for drinks at a bar, but it's just confusing.
A great alternative to use is wedding drinks tokens. A drink token is essentially like a ticket that allows each guest to claim a free drink of their choice at your wedding reception.
Ticket. Ugh.
Drinks tokens are fast becoming popular at weddings across the UK.
Nope.
Each guest can exchange a token at the bar for either their choice of alcoholic or non. The great thing about a drinks token is that it allows the guests to make their own choice about what to drink rather than being strictly limited to whatever you place on the table.
Okay, can I make another suggestion?
If your guests have used up their drinks token, they're free to buy their own.
Gross. Can I make another suggestion?
Shout out to
Oh.
Bride and Groom Direct, where I got that from, so no one can copyright me.
Okay. My other thought would be for people that can't afford to do the full drinks, the thing, is to speak to the bar about providing money to reduce the cost of all drinks. So to take £1 off every drink sold
I think that's
rather
ridiculous.
than that. No, because then it's cheaper.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because the guests wouldn't even know that.
No, I know, but
What are
it's
you going to do?
cheaper.
Put a sign.
We
the
paid
bride
for
and
some of
groom
this.
have taken 10%
No,
off the
but
drink.
the whole point of
No.
it is not to say to people, we paid for drinks. It's so that people drink and have a great time.
Sorry, if you're saying that over drinks tokens,
That's
then
1,000%
you need
over
to be
drinks tokens.
cancelled.
Nah. On my life, I would rather reduce the price of all drinks than drinks tokens.
But I get what you're saying. I'm not
Mhm.
think it's a horrendous idea, but I also think that the guests don't see the value in that.
Yeah, but say if you reduce it so that all
pound's
drinks
a
are
pound.
£1. Yeah, but reduce it so that all drinks are £1.
What's the point? You may have to do an open bar.
I know, that's my whole entire point. If you can't afford, and it's not an afford thing. I hate that word, like as in, oh, you can't afford to. If having a free bar is not a priority for you, then don't. Everybody expects to pay for their drinks after the wedding breakfast, so just fucking let them. Anyway, let's move on to cocktails.
Cocciolis.
Cocciolis. Did you enjoy the cocktails at our wedding?
Yes, I did. But I also think that you have many...
She's just in a mood with me now. Go on.
No, you have problems at venues which don't have good cocktail making bartenders. Cocktail making bartenders.
Mixologists.
Professional.
This is a big ick for me.
Because I also think it also slows the queue down.
Agreed.
They're way more expensive.
What?
Cocktails?
Yeah, agreed.
But I do like a cocktail hour where they could like pre-do
espresso
some
martinis.
Yeah, but they just get a bit frothy, don't they? If you pre-do them too far in advance.
No, you got to do.
Some venues have like cocktails on tap, which are cool.
Gross.
Oh,
Well, it's not gross.
I
But
like
it's
a
not a
porn
cocktail,
star.
is it? If it's one like that, then it's not as bad. But the whole point of a cocktail is to see
it's
somebody
not a
shaking it.
mojito.
A mojito.
A mojito.
Yes, your point is very, very valid. Like, we paid a lot of money to have mixologists at our wedding
On
because
New
it
Year's
had
Eve.
to be on New Year's Eve as well. It had to be cocktails because that's what we like. If you're in a marquee or a dry hire venue or somewhere like that, I would highly recommend getting a mixologist specifically for cocktails if you're going to have cocktails, and have like a cocktail bar. This is the bar to go and get all of the drinks. This is a cocktail bar. This is where you go and watch the flare and blah blah blah.
But being real,
Yeah.
most people, most venues, straight spirits, beers, wines, you name it.
Yeah, but how exciting is it to have cocktails?
It's great.
I know,
but
I know,
also it's like, again, budget. Where's your
Yeah,
priority?
Again, your priority, that's the thing. If it's not a priority, then don't let it.
Don't stress about it. Don't
Then
even
get
think
in a
about
bar
it.
company, let them do whatever they're doing, let guests pay for their own drinks, and then that's totally out of your hands. If drink is super important to you, make some notes, because here's how to make it good. Is having a cocktail bar, mixologists, people that actually know what they're talking about.
Personalised cocktails.
Oh, I fucking love a personalised cocktail. Just pick a normal cocktail.
What was
name
yours
it.
called?
Porn star Georgie.
What was Brian's?
I can't remember Brian's, but quite often people will.
What was actual Brian's drink?
Dark and stormy. Whoa, he's dark and stormy.
What was Brian's
I
called?
don't know if it was. I don't know if we did in the end. I can't remember.
I don't know if it's just like Brian's Dark and Stormy.
Brian's. No, we named our pizzas as well. Anyway, I diverse.
Brian's was meat face.
But
Mighty meaty.
Mighty meaty Brian. If you've got pets, like name them after the dogs. Like, I love anything where you could literally take a normal cocktail and name
Cooper's
it whatever you want.
cocktails.
Cooper's little cocktail. Cooper's Collins. Nice. Anyway, my other thought as well is, because some venues, like you said, can't make cocktails, and don't get them to make cocktails if they don't know how to make cocktails, because they'll be gross.
Or if it's all just pre-mixed stuff. Like, I don't mind like a pre-mixed like pump thing, but if you've got them,
got to be chilled.
if they're pouring, like the
Yeah.
cocktail mix behind the bar, it just looks awful. Don't do it.
But there's little ways of doing things, like one of my favourite ways to do it is doing a pimp your Prosecco. So if the venue can only do Prosecco, make a cute little pimping station. Have the Saint-Germain or Saint-Germain, if you're Beth, candy floss, berries, peach puree. Like, let people make their own little cocktails if your venue are quite strict on Prosecco. What are you thinking?
I'm just not a pimp your Prosecco kind of gal.
You don't even like Prosecco.
I do.
What would you put in it? I'd want candy floss.
Do you know what? Do you know what just gives me the ick? It's
Go on.
they're normally shittly presented.
Oh yeah, no.
And
So
you've
it's got to
normally
be
got,
well
like,
presented.
A crushed raspberry on the tablecloth from someone. It just gets messy, and I just think, do you know what? I think sometimes you overcomplicate it massively. Here's your Prosecco, here's your elderflower, here's your beer, get on with it, have some canapes.
No, I think that is the first experience for guests. That's your first chance to wow them. Here you go.
With some candy floss.
Yeah.
No.
Mate, you'd be shocked to see how people are giddy with a bit of candy
don't
floss.
get me wrong. I like.
Would you rather be given a Prosecco, or would you rather be given like a cocktail?
Yeah, but you're not going to be given it. You have to do it yourself. It's DIY.
It's cute. It's fun. No, I'm pro.
I just think
pimp
there's
your
just
Prosecco.
too much going on. I need to get
Got
people.
to make it bougie.
I need to get people out of the way, out to the drinks reception room. Not people.
Yeah, but I
stood
wouldn't put
doing
it next to the
Pimpio
thing.
Prosecco.
No, I love
Prosecco.
it. Love the pimp Prosecco. And then you make it. I would do like a nice little cocktail menu of how to make these cocktails. It's a bit of something. You want things for people to do during the drinks reception,
Well, why didn't you do that at yours then?
because we had get your own food.
Exactly. So I think that.
Yes, we already had to do something.
Yeah, I think food's different 'cause it's like a buffet.
It's a pimp. I feel like we're just gonna argue all day today.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Pimp Your Prosecco, but it makes me feel more hen party vibes than wedding day vibes.
disagree if it's done right. It's got to be done properly.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about drinks reception. Wines. How do you
This
feel?
is wedding breakfast.
Wedding breakfast. Yes. Sorry, what did I say? Did I go wrong?
Drinks reception.
Sorry. Moving on from drinks reception into the sit down food. Do you like wine? Do you drink wine?
Yeah.
See, I don't drink wine.
I don't really normally like the wine that's on the table because I'm a rosé kind of gal.
Interesting.
But I'm the type of gal that will drink whatever wine's on the table because that gal is cheap and wants that free wine.
100% agree with you. I'd drink white wine if I had to.
So this is where I think it's really important to understand your guests. It's like,
Agreed.
if you know half your guests are going to prefer beer buckets on the table,
Yeah.
like,
Please don't put beer buckets
please
on the
don't
table.
put beer buckets on the
Don't
table
put
until
beer
you've
buckets.
had your
No,
decor
no, no.
shots.
Don't ever put beer buckets on the table.
Why?
This is gross. Don't do that. Just put them on the side. Go and make a big beer bucket over there.
You can get cute beer buckets. I've seen some really good winter ones.
No.
Fucking annoying. 1 minute you like drinks, 1 minute you like decor.
Yeah, drinks everywhere, not on the table. You'd have gone mad if I put beer buckets on our tables.
No, if they were cute ones, I would have let you.
No, they're not needed on the table.
Industrial black ones would have looked sick.
Disagree.
I do decor, you don't, so. You should be more about practicality. What do you want everyone running to the back of the room to grab a beer?
Yeah, move around.
Like they're
you don't
picking,
want people sat
like
down
they're
the whole
picking
time.
someone for sports day.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're just
Did you
talking-
wake up on the wrong side of
No,
bed
you
this morning?
are.
Right. When it comes to the day that Beth does get married, 2045, whatever
20
year that may
never.
be, I bet you £1,000 she doesn't have beer buckets on the table and she doesn't do drinks tokens.
No, but you're imagining like dutty beer buckets.
They're always dutty.
No, because you get
No, because
venues.
the beers are dutty.
No.
Beers look dutty. They're not nice looking beers.
You joking?
Name a nice looking beer.
Desperados.
They don't look nice.
They
You
look
don't want them in wedding
cool.
photos. So why would you put them on the
I
table?
wouldn't have them on there
Yeah,
until my
put
venue
them on-
shots have
Yeah,
been
but when
done.
you do the speeches,
Or do you know what I would do? I'd have someone walk around with a tray
right,
of them.
there we
and
go. Cool.
Give them.
Agreed.
Probably get charged £100 for a waiter, wouldn't I? I don't like this drinks at the back. I don't like this self-serve thing you've got going on.
Love self-serve.
No, I think
Yeah,
it's lazy.
Because as a guest, if you want to get a beer, go get a beer. There's nothing worse than being like,
Yeah,
oh,
but-
excuse me. Oh, sorry, no, they're serving. Oh, excuse me, I just want. All you want is beer. Go and get a beer.
Yeah.
And then you get nice little bottle openers, tie them onto whatever kind of bucket thing they're in, and then people help
ridiculous.
themselves.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to go to the bar to get a beer.
Good old Ron next to me is a beer drinker.
Yeah.
And then I've got Derek next to me, likes three
Why
or
don't
four
you sat
beers.
with Jack?
Don't know. Don't want to be sat with Jack. Ron has had 4 beers before the mains even come out.
Yeah.
Derek's had 2.
Yeah.
That means Ron has taken one of Derek's beers.
They're on the same table, so Ron would have taken Derek's beers anyway.
What if they're at the back of the
No,
room?
man. No. Gross.
That's
anyway,
what I think of you.
Right.
Anyway.
Do you think the bar should be open during the wedding breakfast or no?
Yes.
You just said you don't like people walking around.
No, I don't like people walking around to specifically go to something at the back of the room like it's a jumble sale. But if you're going to the toilet and you want to come past and get a tequila rosé, then my darling,
No,
you
can't
do
have shots,
that.
You can't have shots open during the daytime. Gross.
No, if you don't drink wine, then I think
Yeah,
it should be an option.
I actually always
to-
think the bar should be open because I don't drink wine.
But I don't. This is where I think you're getting confused.
Am I getting confused?
With my
hun?
opinion, hun, is that I don't want this jumble sale at the back and it's like everyone run to get a beer.
Why are people running?
And then I've got Ron next to me carrying 4 back for the whole table, and it just looks
cute.
ridiculous. And do you know what? There's not enough room in a wedding breakfast room to be doing all that malarkey.
You're mad, bruv. You're mad. But
Guys, I don't feel like this has been helpful. My opinion's also right, and Georgie's opinion's right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can go for either or.
This is the point of the podcast: is to actually show that you are allowed to have different opinions. You're allowed to do different
And
things.
both opinions are right.
Yep. Mine was right for my wedding. Yours will be right for your wedding. I can't wait to have the beer buckets on the table at your wedding.
You're not coming. Brian is though.
Okay, Brian, let me know how the beer buckets turn out. When they're dripping on your nice white tablecloth.
I won't have tablecloths.
What are you having? Rustic tables?
Rustic tables.
Liar, you're not a rustic gal.
They won't be dripping. I honestly have
They
no
will.
idea.
An ice bucket drips on the table.
I would have
Mate,
some.
it's been a few years since you've done some service, hasn't it?
Are you joking?
No.
I would have people walking around.
Okay. I hope you don't
Like
not in
this.
a dry hire venue where you have to pay for staff.
You're doing it. And Isla.
And Isla. Okay. Right. Moving on again. Toast drinks. Champagne?
Prosecco, mate.
Yep. Sparkling
I
wine?
don't know. It depends if you're bougie or not. I just think a Prosecco, sparkling wine, whatever you want to do, no one's going to know difference.
No one cares. If
Because
they're
not
free.
being funny, 9 times out of 10, the Prosecco at venues is shit.
Yeah.
Like it just
Can you
tastes...
just bring your own?
No,
Oh, you're on about your package deals again.
most people have package fucking deals.
They don't. I'm not even joking. They don't.
Name a venue around here that I work at frequently that doesn't do package deals.
Easington Park.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Look at their brochure.
I fucking will. They don't do the drinks.
Look at that brochure.
Anyway,
Toast drinks.
toast drinks, prosecco. Nobody knows, unless. So sometimes toast drinks will get poured at the tables. Sometimes they'll already be on the tables, and sometimes they'll come around on trays. People don't see it being poured. They
Yeah,
don't care
some
for
people
champagne.
are like, "Oh, can I upgrade for champagne?" And I'm like,
No, don't. It's not worth it.
"Not worth it, hun."
They're supposed to be listening to the speeches. Like, it doesn't really matter. Again, just save money on drink where you can save money. Should I tell you what I'd rather do? I would upgrade my glassware over upgrading to champagne.
This is my one tip. Good glassware
100%
hits different
agree.
because what you'll find at a lot of venues and things like that, they like your water glass will be, you know, like when you go to a breakfast buffet at Premier Inn. Shout out Premier Inn.
I love Premier Inn, yeah.
Love, no
Yeah,
shade.
yeah.
But they're like the small ones. You're like, give me a proper glass because I want
Yeah.
to have a nice bit of orange juice in the morning. They're like that big.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The flutes are the stumpy flutes.
Yeah, nobody wants a stumpy
Ick.
flute, yeah.
Give me a nice crystal cup,
I
baby, or gold rimmed.
wholeheartedly agree with you. And those photos when people are doing speeches and they're holding those, beautiful.
I saw it the other day and I was like, oh, she looks cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Or if you like a little coupy coupe,
Love a coupe.
coupe for a toast.
Yeah, coupe for
Feel
toast.
bougie.
All the way.
And they're like 80p a glass.
Yeah. And sometimes people, and I do actually stop people doing this. You know, when you buy all your wine from Majestic or somewhere, they will quite often give you free glassware. Don't take it. Don't have it. It's a trick.
Really?
It's gross glassware. Doesn't match. Like, it's, to
I
me.
didn't know that.
Well, it's, for some people it will be fine. For me, the glassware on the table is a huge part of the decor.
I think
Massive.
a good wine glass is important as well. Like
100%.
a stumpy wine glass bothers me.
No.
Like when I'm at home, I like a nice.
Proper glass.
Yeah.
Proper glass. And then it doesn't matter if it's Prosecco because it tastes good in a nice glass. But
That's so true.
100%, if you get anything in a coupe, is going to taste nice. But like, to me, the glassware is far more important than the drink when it comes to tables.
Oh, that's a really good styling tip.
There you go. See, I can style.
All right, me.
But because it is such a, like, I don't know if you've ever looked at a venue and before they put the glassware down, even when you've styled everything, before the glassware goes down, it looks so different. And then the glassware just,
Do
chef
you know what?
kiss.
Another thing bothers me, and I'm going to really move quickly on this because I haven't
Okay,
got a lot
go
of
on.
time today.
Go on.
Ugly salt and pepper shakers and butter dishes.
Butter
Nah,
dishes.
not for me.
Mm.
I can do the most stunning decor, and you throw one. I might start hiring out salt and pepper
You
shakers
should.
because
Bougie
they
salt
are
and pepper.
vile.
Okay.
Not all of them.
Or you just need to tuck them in somewhere. Be smart. Same for where you put the drinks. Like,
Who
Don't-
has salt and pepper? Come on.
you need salt and pepper.
I know, but from a
I know, I
styling
know.
point of view.
Another little tip. Don't let venues. So typically you'll get 2 bottles of red, 2 bottles of white per table. Do not put them all out because it fills the table. You want one of every bottle on and then get people to replace as needed. Some tables won't drink all the white and then therefore you can put some on other tables. Right. You don't want to walk in and there be 4 bottles of wine, 2 waters, salt and pepper, butter, all of this stuff. It's too much. So one of each bottle, that's all you need. And you don't need food vans here. Controversially, I don't think you need ice buckets for wine because it's not out long enough.
Yeah, but then you get wet tablecloths.
No, what? No, because the white wine's not out long enough. It literally gets put down and gets poured.
Disagree.
No, ice buckets are gross.
In an ideal world, I don't like wine or water on the table when you do any decor shots.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Unless I purposely made sure that our wine was so
'cause
unoffensive.
yours was part of the decor.
Yeah, we went dark. But also we didn't put white wine on the table because we knew that nobody would really drink it. So we had it available at the bar. And then put a little sign. And then everyone started freaking out because they were like, oh my God, there's no white wine on the table. Georgie wouldn't have forgotten that. But I forgot to tell them that I purposely did that.
Lol. Oops. Anyway.
People sent in loads of questions. So do you want to quick fire me some?
Yep.
Again.
Am I cheap for only providing sparkling wine instead of Prosecco?
Nope.
Do you have to have champagne? We hate it, but we love cider. Can we do a cider toast? Love that.
Cute. Yeah.
If that makes sense to you, do
Yes. Again, needs to make sense.
it. Unique suggestion of a reception drink for a November wedding, not Christmassy.
I personally like a warm cocktail,
No,
but
that's
Brian icked
Christmassy.
that for me. No,
I
yeah,
think like
mulled cider.
a winter gin would be quite nice.
Yeah, like berries.
Slow
Yeah, slow gin.
gin vibes.
Or anything that's like Anything warm is good though for November.
Yeah, but do you not? I feel like
I
that's
just would
Christmassy.
avoid Pimm's. I would avoid Hugo's. Like anything proper refreshing, I would actually avoid because it doesn't really make sense.
I also feel like warm drinks remind me of cough medicine.
Okay.
Free drinks are expected despite weddings being a stress for most people.
I do think that free drinks have to be provided in the daytime.
Free reception drinks and table. Is it okay to only pay for that?
Yes.
Recommendations for drinks offerings for reception.
I like anything personalised. If you can make it about your animals, you two. His and hers cocktails is always a win. 100%.
Knowing how much to order for bulk buy.
This is tricky because you do need to look at your guests. You do need to look at... So you get 6 glasses for a bottle of Prosecco. So you'll need it for toast drinks, like 100 guests. What's that? What's 100 divided by 6? Okay, 60 guests, 10 bottles of wine, 10 bottles of Prosecco. That's just for toast drinks. And you almost need to separate them with the venue and say these are toast drinks. You're then going to obviously want at least 2 drinks per person during the drink reception. Then wines, you're going to want a red and a white for every table, 2 red and whites for every table, plus a few spares. And then bar is a whole other game.
Nice. Terrified that my fiance's rugby lad mates are going to get stupid. I don't want an open bar because of this.
I think they're going to be stupid anyway.
I was about to say that.
I don't think you can stop them being stupid. I would again separate that bar down so that shots aren't allowed until 9 p.m. Only beers, Prosecco's, wines up until end of wedding breakfast, and then it's funny. Let them be stupid.
I don't think it's funny though, because if you've spent all that time and money on decor and getting things nice and pretty, and like the bride has done that,
but they're going to do that anyway.
Well, don't fucking invite them.
That's a better choice.
Invite them to the evening.
They get sillier.
I don't drink. Not a fan. I want people to enjoy themselves, but not get steaming.
Just do the normal daytime drinks then, and normal bar. And you don't have to have like full bars. You can. I've done bars before where it's just Prosecco's and wines and stuff like that.
Yay or nay? I want to give guests a glass of Prosecco as they sit for the ceremony. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, if it's a legal wedding, you're not allowed drinks. But celebrant, you can.
I sat with a mulled wine.
You had a mulled wine at mine, but it depends as well
Cough
if you
syrup.
mind. Oh, funny that she wants the mulled wine then.
It was free.
I think yes, if you can. I think it's really nice to do a pre-ceremony drink. Like that's a nice touch. But not all venues will. You legally can't if it's alcoholic. If you're having a legal wedding, rah. I like it for people to have something to hold in there. But also, don't then do confetti in that ceremony. But also, don't then do confetti in that ceremony because they'd be throwing Prosecco on you.
I've seen that happen before. It's quite hard. Hand-eye coordination.
So hard.
My dad is adamant on a free bar, but I want people to remember this expensive day.
They'll remember how much fun they had because they got drunk.
See, I feel like there has to be a limit because I've been to weddings and people have just been way too steaming way too quickly.
Yeah, but again, don't start spirits until
Do
later.
you know what? There needs to be enough food.
Yes, agreed.
Because
we had carbs galore.
We were carb, but there was also alcohol.
Yeah, food is a big point.
Is wine on the table for wedding breakfast mandatory? Yes or no?
Yeah. Sorry.
Should you get a cocktail station or extra drinks?
Love cocktails. Anybody that goes to a wedding where there's cocktails will always remember the cocktails at weddings.
As a lightweight bride, how do I stop myself getting paralytic when there's drink all day? Danielle, I love you already.
Genuinely, there are ways to do it, and also speaking to coordinators, things like that, because quite often I have pregnant brides that people don't know they're pregnant.
Ooh.
You can get things like Hugo's. Hugo's are an easy drink to drink all day long, and you won't get steaming because it's literally just like a dash of Prosecco. But also eating and pace yourself. And honestly, I don't think you'll be able to drink that much. Like I find every time I picked up a drink to drink it, I then went off. And
You're talking to so many people, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you need a welcome drink for evening guests if it's a cash bar for everyone?
Sorry, say that again. Do we need an evening welcome drink if it's a cash bar? So most venues won't let you do an evening drink for guests because that's when the free drink time has finished. If you can do a welcome drink, I would. We did a little catch-up bar. So people came in and there was a Prosecco and then a shot of tequila so they could catch up.
Oh, nice. I like that idea. I didn't see that.
You were a day guest, so you were all right. But if you can
didn't
do
need to
that,
catch up.
you were caught. If you can do that, it's a really nice touch.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really nice catch. I like it. Catch-up bar or catch-up station.
Yeah. Made it look so
Nice.
cute.
How would you do an open bar but on a budget? Drinks tokens.
No, that's not an open bar then. No, it's really
Single
easy.
spirit and mixers.
Yeah, and also not a huge amount of choice. Like a free bar with less choice is better than a not a free bar. I would speak to coordinators and bartenders. Like you just need to hire good bar staff, glassware, plastics. Like I don't even think plastics is the end of the world.
It is.
Depends on if it's a marquee.
100% is.
No,
100.
but good plastic.
Save the planet.
No, good plastics. I mean, they're recyclable plastics. But
Take-
yes, it's doable. I reckon we spent, Brian, how much did we spend on our free bar? $2,500 to do an open bar cocktails. Boom.
And how much for the staff?
No, that includes the stuff, does it? Oh, $3,000.
How much for the glassware?
No, that was all of it. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
You're including the glassware hire in that.
Oh, not on the tables.
You had some for the drinks reception from us.
Oh yeah. We did midnight toasts as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah. We had such good drinks.
And good glassware. Is having fears make or break?
In what context?
Is having expensive fears make or break?
No. Cheaper than nicer.
Table wine is
Overrated.
Table wine is overrated and super expensive. Plus, no one drinks it anymore, right?
No, they do drink it. I do think people drink it because
Yeah,
they
but-
want a nice glass of wine with their food.
Oh no, only for the sake of it 'cause it's free. Sorry,
Yeah, but there's nothing else you can really put on the tables.
bottle of gin.
I've seen people do spirits on tables, but again, it depends how messy.
It's like
you
you're
want
in
to
a
get.
club. The club.
Can I tell you what else I don't
Sparklers.
like? Can I be? I'm not even. It's not being mean. You know when you do the favors, alcoholic favors. To me, they've got to make sense to you as a couple. Otherwise, they're not worth doing because people have got to go and get a mixer.
It's a shot, honey.
Yeah, but it's not a shot.
We've
is
tied
it?
the knot. Take a shot.
Yeah, but it's not always that. Sometimes it's like.
It's a double shot. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
I know, like people like it with a mixer, and then you got to go to the bar and get a lemonade and blah blah blah. I think unless it's very special to you, it's not worth doing.
Guys, Georgie's woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Ignore it.
I'm being legit. I'm saving people money. Don't do it, it's not worth
I
it.
do agree. Actually, I don't like alcoholic favors
There you go.
unless you're having like a pink wedding and you can have tequila
Yeah,
rosé.
it's got it's got to make sense. Like if you had tequila rosé, people would be like, "Oh, cute, Beth." If it doesn't make sense, you don't do it.
I like tequila rosé. I like tequila. Tequila. I hate tequila, but I like tequila rosé.
Gross, both.
I feel but I also wouldn't want them on my place setting. I'd be
Yeah,
like, this
I
is not
know,
Pinterest.
I know. Wow. I did a really nice wedding where their table plan was take a shot, take a seat. That was cute.
Yeah, I've seen that
I
before.
liked that.
Nice.
Is that my quick fires?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, it's time for bitches from a bride. You got one?
Bitches of a bride.
Bitches of a bride or from a? I say bitches from a bride.
It actually says for the bride's bitches.
Oh, okay. Go on, hit me.
So my fiance is extremely close to his aunt and uncle on his dad's side. She then proceeds to tell me a little bit about their backstory, but I'm going to skip past
But they're
it.
close.
They're close.
Okay.
So his aunt and uncle decided to drive to the church where we're getting married, which is our local church, to see how far away it was from the venue and where they could park, which is
Fine.
pretty normal.
Yeah.
They got out the car and went into the church. She then turned to my fiance and said, "Wow, it's a lovely church." To which my fiance said, "I've not even seen it because I have picked and I'm organising everything." And he was happy for us to get married there based on that she'd been there before. Anyway, so they decided to get in the car and drive to the reception venue,
Fine.
where his uncle stayed in the car, but his aunt went in and got a private showround. So anyway, she goes in and the woman was like, "Sorry, you need an appointment," but then proceeded to show her around the whole venue. His aunt then proclaimed to my fiance how wonderful it all was and how nice the rooms were and how lovely the salon was where I was getting ready. I didn't say a thing. I was completely in shock. It's my wedding that surely they should have asked our permission to see. My fiance didn't think it was a big deal because they have no children, but I feel like they've completely overstepped the mark. What are your thoughts?
This makes me feel uncomfortable.
His aunt and uncle went for a showround.
When you say it like that. Oh, I wonder if it was just kind of an accident and she just got in a bit too far. Some people this is why some people don't tell people the venue that they're getting married in, because they just go and fucking look around it. Yeah, I'd want things to be a surprise. I wouldn't like that. Bless her.
Okay, listen to this one. Listen to this one. Ready? Go. Hey girls, we would love to discuss this controversial no children at a wedding topic. We had a no children wedding, but my brother-in-law had a 3-week-old baby before our big day. So
Nah.
3 weeks before the big day.
Yeah, that baby has to come.
My in-laws kicked off that we said no to bringing the baby, and my father-in-law made a snide comment to my husband right before the speech, which really upset my husband so much that he now won't rewatch our speeches in our video. Did we make the wrong decision?
Yeah. Sorry. Is that mean? This is awful. I'm going to assume that those people don't have children. You cannot not allow babies that young to not come to a wedding. I get it. I would have the conversation and say, look, we're not allowing children. Obviously, your baby is literally less than a month old. That kid has to come. But please, 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 if they cry during speeches or ceremony, please can you go out with them? You can't not allow
I
babies.
think it's different. It's difficult because it depends who it is in the wedding party. If you've got a no kids policy and it's your second cousin that you haven't really seen, they've just given birth, I get it. I wouldn't want a newborn baby at my wedding, but if it was my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law,
you can't not allow a newborn baby at a wedding.
Who's my niece or nephew, I think that's really important. But I do think if it's further down the line,
nah, anything under
I wouldn't expect them to
3 months
come.
old.
I wouldn't expect the parents to come.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, look, we're not having kids there. Like, the baby's 3 weeks old. We're getting married in a cold church.
Bye.
Bye.
My rule of it is, if you want a no children wedding, that's absolutely fine. But that's a rare example where you have to suck it up and go.
Disagree. If you don't want kids, you
What
don't
are
have to have
about?
them. Just don't come. You and your baby stay at home.
Yeah, you can't say you can come, but your fresh baby,
Fresh.
but your fresh baby can't come.
No, I wouldn't personally leave my child to go to a wedding when I just had a baby 3 weeks ago. Personally.
Yeah, but I'd want to take the baby.
I get it, but I'm sorry, but this sounds really selfish. But I
You
don't want about the baby.
Yeah, I know. I was literally just thinking that. You don't want the attention on the baby. No.
I still think it depends how close you are. If it's your niece or nephew and they've been born 3 weeks ago, they should be at your wedding.
Yes.
But if it's like someone further down the line, doesn't.
First of all, I don't condone the nasty remark just before speeches on the day.
Not cool.
Not cool at all. But I think if somebody is still breastfeeding within reason, these 2 years old that are breastfeeding, nah. But if there's the other thing, that sometimes happens is if it's a family child, who's looking after that kid? Everybody's there.
No, the other person's.
No. I mean, like, if you don't invite a niece or nephew, all of the family are there. Who's babysitting that child?
No, the other families whose baby it is will look after, like the mum of the girl.
Sometimes they're there.
Mm.
Sometimes.
I personally think that was a bad decision, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me too. I'm really sorry.
Especially if it's your niece or nephew.
No, I think anybody that's a baby should be coming to the wedding. Yeah.
I don't
you just need the good conversation that says, fuck off if it cries.
Okay.
You're going to not let somebody bring a 3-week-old baby to your wedding?
I just wouldn't. If they were like my second cousin, I didn't really like them anyway.
Yeah, but what do you mean you're just not going to invite them?
I'd just be like, look, we've said no kids. I think obviously it's too soon. Thank you. Bye.
Are you a bad mum if you come and leave the 3-week-old baby
Yes.
at home? I think I'd come to the evening.
I don't know, like how downstairs after 3 weeks? You still in a nappy?
No, I can still wear a nappy to a wedding.
Ick.
What would I do if Isla wasn't it?
But I'd also get it. I'd be like, fair.
I would come to the evening. I wouldn't come to the daytime. I'd find a babysitter for 3 hours that you could get away with. That, like, that's proper
your mum.
newborn. Yeah, but that is newborn. That's not really. I think the first time I left Isla with somebody was probably October, November, December, 4 months old. Sorry, I'm going to disagree and say that I think they'll only realise it when they have a child, if they have a child.
Yeah.
And then they go, fuck, whoops.
Yeah.
My bad.
But I don't agree with the dig
Yeah,
on the day.
never. Tip jar time. Tip jar time. No ASMR this time?
Wait there. Stop laughing.
Okay. Yeah, you whispering fuck is really, really chilling.
Are LED candles shit?
Oh. Well,
If you say yeah, you had them at your wedding.
I know. No, they used to be. People still picture them as the little things with the little at the bottom, the little gross ass ones. But I have genuinely seen people try and blow out LED candles these days. What do you think? I'm assuming you like them.
So we have LED candles.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think they're shit. Actually, I think they're...
Go on, you're not saying something. Stop messing with that piece of paper now.
No, I'm just not mad on LED candles. As you don't get that glow, but at some venues you can't go with it.
So it's best of a bad situation.
Best of a bad situation and a good photographer.
Yeah, I liked walking down the aisle knowing that it was LED candles and that nothing was going to happen if I knocked it over.
Safety first.
That was nice. And some registrars won't let you have candles.
Yeah, agree.
So I don't think they're shit at all, and I think they've come a long way since you used to picture LED candles. These are much better. Your ones are very good. I'll give you that.
Thank you. They're
And
very
you've got
expensive.
ones that
they're the most expensive LED
how
candles you can get.
How much is an LED candle these days?
So if you're looking at the ones like the tapered ones,
Is this like tapered
that's like
long
a
candles?
taper.
Yeah.
We get a pack of 6, and I think they're like 40 quid.
I didn't know you could have the long tapered candles.
Yeah, behind you.
Oh yeah. But you wouldn't have them like this on a table, would you?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And then pillars, I think you're looking at like 12 quid.
Oh, and you have a lot of candles.
Yeah, we hire them out for £3.50.
Yeah, true. Clever.
If you don't know,
Good
get
business.
to know. We recharge all the batteries as well.
Yeah, see, that's. I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. But I like LED candles because I feel like you can be safer, and
I think a lot of venues will go that way, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me
in the
too.
end.
Me too. Agreed. Thanks
Okay.
for that. Okay.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know me and Georgie argued a little bit, but
Love it.
just remember Beth is always right and Georgie
Funny.
is not.
Funny
right.
that. That's why
Anyway,
we
no,
get styling from Beth, not bar.
You're a wedding planner, you don't do bar.
Yes, I do. Me and Brian do bars together. We're like a dream team. I don't work at the bar. Brian works at the bar. I just say it all.
Exactly. Anyway,
Anyway,
thank you all for listening. Next week, what are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. We haven't decided yet.
Kids.
Kids. Oh,
Kids
should I
at a
bring Isla
wedding.
in? Should we get Isla on?
Isn't she at school?
I could take her out.
Bad mum. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
See you
Please
later.
review, like, share, comment,
messages,
DM us.
DM. We love it.
The Unfiltered Bride.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your support. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Love you.
Bye. Bye.